What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars, and thanks for joining me for this Sunday live stream. Hope you guys are doing great and having a wonderful week. I have a lot to update you guys on. I took a lot of positions last week, including Tesla. I'm going to give you an update. I took some leaps. This stream is going to be very special. I have 5 plans to give away. I have 3 Tradingview plans and 2 Trendspider plans to give away. All right, so all you guys need to do is comment and like this video, and you're going to be eligible. So Trendspider will be picking the winners. Okay, so please and TradingView, I'm gonna pick the winners myself, but Trendspider will be picking their winners. And in order for you to be eligible, you have to like the video and comment below. Okay, so 5 plans I'm going to be giving away. So make sure you guys enter. All right. And I'm also going to be doing $500 cash giveaway I'm going to be giving that from my pocket to somebody on Thanksgiving to thank you for helping me grow my channel. And I just want to show my appreciation and my love. So thank you. So we're going to start off with the current positions and the outlook. We're going to talk about some day trades, and we're going to talk about the resources and the checklist and all that stuff that we've been working on. All right. So if you're ready, my friends, let's step into the war zone. Hit me with a 1 if you can hear me loud and clear and everything is okay. All right. And we're going to start off with Tesla. We're going to hop into the Discord, and I am going to show you the leaps that I took here. All right. So this is the Tesla leaps that I picked up. So you could see this was on Thursday, the 21st. I said picked up Tesla calls based on the double inside bar shared. So I picked up these March 21st, 25, 400 calls, and they were negative right off the bat. And then eventually I got the turn and the breakout that I was looking for. And the pattern that I was focusing on is the double inside bar. So I'm going to show you that double inside bar pattern right now. Okay. So let's just go ahead here and let me just put these calls in the corner, and then let's full screen. Okay. So the double inside bar pattern, for those of you that don't know what it is, it happens when there's 2 days in a row where the price action is trading in the range of the previous day. So you could see here we had a high of around 352.56 and then a low of around 330. And then the following day we traded in that range. And then the day after that, we traded in that range again. And then actually on the Thursday where I entered, we almost traded in that range again, but we actually broke the high and the low. So I ended up getting in on Thursday. I bought the leaps. Okay. And the reason why is anytime we get a double inside bar pattern, it's extremely rare, especially on a name like Tesla, because those type of stocks, they don't generally trade in a tight range. They're very volatile. And the last time we had this was actually back on the 18th of July. And then you could see this double inside bar that had a massive drop on Tesla. All right. But this time around, I'm looking for it to break out, because right now I'm really bullish on Tesla. And one thing that I can show you guys that made me want to go ahead and take calls is if I take the Fibonacci tool from this low to high right here, I could see that we were pretty close to the 618. We didn't touch it, but I could see that anytime we have a few red days in a row where there's buyers stepping in, right? So I started off getting these leaps right here. I called this out live on my Discord in the stream. We do a live stream, and this was my entry position. If we do pull back a little bit on Tesla, my target is I'm going to be looking for this gap fill here to buy more calls. And that's why I didn't put in like 10K or 20K or anything like that. I just start off with the $3,100, $3,200 position, and I'm going to work my way up in case we go higher. Okay. So from there, one thing I wanted to show you guys is let's go ahead here and let's switch over to the weekly chart on Tesla. So let's just remove everything for now. Okay. So this is the weekly chart of Tesla here. Okay, sorry, actually I'm on the monthly chart. So let's do it on the monthly. So if we take our Fibonacci tool from this low, so this was the low to high. Okay. This low was back in the 3rd of January, 2023. And then the high was the 3rd of July. So we have a very beautiful hold of the 618 with the confirmation candle. Okay. So for those of you that love confirmation, that's your confirmation right there. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. You have your hammer, doji holding, inside bar, outside bar to trap anyone that was looking to short. And then this is my textbook pattern, right? This is the reverse holy grail. So this is the reverse. The outside bar is what gives you extra confidence. You can see the high of Tesla started with an outside bar as well. Those outside bars give you extra confidence because in order for an outside bar to form, the low of the previous month had to break and then reverse back up. So that's a trap. Okay, hit me with a 10 if that makes sense. So using this projection here, if I put on all the Fibonacci levels here, so the first target is always the 272, and you can see we already tagged at 354.75. We got a little bit of a stall, okay? But my long-term projection is right around $500, okay? So that's my plan on Tesla, $500, and that's why I went ahead and bought those leaps, okay? So that's the Tesla plan. Let's just go back to where we were. I got all my notes on here, so I don't want to lose them. Okay. All right. So Tesla, done. Next, we're going to go to SPY. Okay. So I'm just going to hop in again to the Discord here. Going to go to my SPY lottos. So these were the calls that I took on SPY. Post that here. Okay. And so we took the January 17, 2025, 591 calls. I bought them for 1,314, made a high of 1,586 on Friday. And it looks like the market is gapping up right now. So this is the futures market. Okay, so this is ES. The market is up almost 28 points. You could see that we closed. We closed over here on Friday and we're gapping up on Sunday. So if the market continues this trajectory overnight, we're going to see a big gap up tomorrow at the open. Unless we start to sell back off overnight, which can happen, we could end up where we left on Friday. But as of right now, there's a short squeeze that's happening overnight. Okay. And it's a very, very powerful setup on futures right now. Okay. So if that continues, my SPY calls are going to be up another 20-30% because I have until January 17 on these calls. So the setup that I use is the Fibonacci setup here. And we're going to swap over to the 4-hour chart so I can show you guys. Okay. All right. So initially on these calls, I used this low as my anchor point. I went from the low to high, and you could see that we held this low as support. I bought on our way down right here, these calls, and we've been consolidating and finally pushing back up. This is one of the benefits of trading options is I don't have a stop loss with this. Whatever I put in, I'm willing to lose. If I put in 1,300, I'm willing to lose 1,300. My goal is to try to make $2,600 plus. All right. So after the fact, in hindsight, I looked back at this chart and I said, okay, well, there's a few places I could have had my anchors that could have been better. So this is a little bit learning experience for me here. So if I come off the daily, all right, we're going to put on the last swing low was back on the 4th of November. So we're going to come off of here, low to high like this. And you're going to see that did not touch the 618. However, if we put on the full Fibonacci, we'll see that it tagged the 50% retracement. Okay. So the 50% retracement, I never trade the 50% retracement because I always want to get a better deal. I wanted to pull back more so I can get cheaper deal. But the 50% retracement is a retracement when it's trending very hard. It's only going to go halfway. It's not going to go deeper than that. Okay. So I probably should have used the anchor here, but if I did, I wouldn't have been in the trade. So I'm happy that I took that anchor. Also looking back right now, one of the Fibonacci levels that I like to use is called the gap, the Fibonacci gap. Okay. So the Fibonacci gap is right here. This is the gap. And I like to use the last candle that makes the gap. And if I use that, we line up with the 618. So I probably could have added a little bit more here. I would have been up a lot more on this play in hindsight, but I'm happy at least I'm in the party and I showed up. So so right now the target here we're looking for, go ahead and put on this full. We're looking for, 272 extension first. This 600 level is going to be a very important level across. Then we go 602, 605, 607, and so on and so forth on SPY. All right, now we're going to continue with Amazon. So with Amazon, I bought, so my last buy on Amazon was right here. So I'm going to show you guys this full screen, was this 186.12. If we come off of this low, okay, to high, pull back, new high, boom, that was the 61.8% Fibonacci completion. This one was probably one of my best trades all year because as soon as we got in this trade, it just went profitable right away. Really, really nice. And now I have a few more Fibonacci legs drawn. Okay, so my next one, so we bought Amazon calls last week And I'm going to buy more if we come down to 193.86. If we come back down here, the 618 is the bigger picture 618. I'm going to be buying more calls. And the target is 251.53. That's 100% extension of that move. And if we look at Amazon from highs, Amazon has pulled back already almost 10%. So I just want to explain this to you guys. So I'm not right on every trade, but when we have stocks like Amazon, blue chip companies pulling back 10% from highs, I'm always going to take a chance with the Fibonacci and buying calls because it's a low risk, high reward opportunity, right? Because if it's down 10% from highs, those calls are going to be beat up compared to where they were before, right? So I'm taking a chance to buy those calls. And I'm also a long-term shareholder on Amazon as well. Okay. So the concept is this: if I take 10 of these trades and 3 out of 10 of them work, I should be profitable because I'm getting such a good deal on the trades. Okay. Hit me with a 5 if that makes sense. And I'm going to illustrate that by showing you Nvidia. Okay. So Nvidia, our last buy on Nvidia. See, can I refresh my Nvidia? So I lost my screenshots on Nvidia, but anyways, I'll show you guys right here. So my last buy on Nvidia was 106.19 using this Fibonacci anchor from low to high. Okay. And this was my last buy. So this was the 618. It took us to the 50% extension. This right here, if we were to risk off of the 786, so we come in on this 618, risk off of the 786 right here. Okay. We get to the 50% extension. That right there is a 6.35 risk to reward. 6.35 risk to reward. What does that mean? That means I can lose the next 6 trades and still break even. Okay. I want you guys to understand that. Hit me with a 10 if that makes sense. Okay. So that's all that I do. Okay. I'm just trying to get these good deals. Like the last time an Nvidia, this pullback was approximately 22%. Whenever we get those kind of drops, I'm always looking for deals. All right. And now with Nvidia, if we look at the most recent setup here. All right. So the most recent setup here is if we come off of this swing low right here to high. Okay. You could see the 618 is right around $140. And that's where I'm going to be looking. That $140 mark is going to be my next buy for my next play. And that, what does that represent? That represents approximately 8.5% drop. That is good opportunities for my style of trading. I have the patience to wait for a good pullback, and then I load up with good size and I go from there. Okay. Hit me with a 2 if that makes sense. Hey man, what's going on? Jonathan Brassfield, the $5 super sticker. Thank you so much, brother. You're a longtime supporter. God bless you, brother. And thank you so much. Okay. I appreciate you. If you have any questions, brother, let me know. So I just want to show you guys this 1 second right here. I'm just going to go back in the Discord and show you. I don't want you guys to think that I'm bullshitting you about buying Nvidia at 106.19. So we're going to go to my pin messages and we're going to go to Nvidia. Okay. So this was the Nvidia setup. This was back on the 4th of September. And then I ended up taking these calls right here. October 18th, 107 calls. So those calls, let me scroll down and I'll show you. Those calls ended up around $33. So let's just keep going here. I don't post too much in this channel. I just post really solid plays that I'm looking at. So, you know, you can follow along if you guys want to see. So the Nvidia went to 26 and then 27.65. And then I ended up converting. So it went from 761 to 31.15. And then I ended up converting those into 100 shares, which I own right now. Okay. So that's the type of scenario that I like. Pull back 10% from highs. Let me buy some calls. If the trade works out really well and I make a lot of money on the calls, I convert the calls into shares. If I like the company, then I can just hold it forever. So that's what I did with this play. Okay. And let's continue now. All right. So next on my list is AMD. So AMD, I just wanted to point this out. I made about $3,000 or $4,000 on AMD and I gave it all back because I rolled my calls on AMD. So I'm gonna show you exactly what happened. I bought these AMD calls right here, 137.20. AMD went all the way to 172. And this is an example of when, you know, it just doesn't work. Okay. So then I took the next Fibonacci from low to high right here. And I bought the 160 calls at 158 and it was going really well. Then earnings came, bang, gap down. Those calls went to zero, and I ended up giving back the gains that I made on AMD this year. So, it's not perfect, but generally, I have a good 60 plus win rate, depending on the month. The time of the year is also important. And what I noticed on AMD is this rejection right here, 150.27 was a 786 rejection. And that 786 rejection, once I saw that come in, I am staying away from AMD for the time being. I know it's at a good pullback. It's been beat up, but right now, that short seller, until we can get back above the 150, I'm out and not interested in AMD. Hit me with a 4 if that makes sense. Microsoft. So we've been adding to Microsoft throughout last week and this week. So we had this 407.09 was the last buy, and then we had another 618 right here at 414.63. So all of these 618s have been holding, but we need Microsoft to turn the corner and start to push up. Okay, it's been holding and consolidating, holding, consolidate. I want to see it go wham. Okay, so I'm waiting for that as well. Google. Okay, Google's been getting beat up. I entered into leaps on Google as well. There's a lot of news around Google. So Google dropped that magic number, 10%. So we got that 10% drop. I went in here in my Discord here, and I went ahead and I bought the January 15, 2027, 170 calls. Okay. So I went ahead and got those on Google as well. So big dip on Google. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure if it's going to hold or not, but I'm taking a chance. Low risk, high reward, 10% drop on Google. I mean, it's a huge, massive company in the S&P and the NASDAQ. So I'm taking a shot on it. Even with the news, I'm going to give it a shot. Okay. ES on futures. So this was the last Fibonacci on the election. We had this 786 retracement hold. We went close to this 50% extension, and we had another Fibonacci leg pop up. Let me go ahead and show you guys that. So coming off of this low, this was the election low. Okay, there was a lot of manipulation happening coming off the election low to high. You can see right there we barely missed the 618. We held the 50%, and then from there, I'm going to show you guys something. From this anchor, we actually went ahead and made a new anchor in the sequence. There was the 618. So if you missed this 618, there was one last week. So we were able to call this out last week. There was this 618 to get in. So this one right now is paying really, really well. The 618 Fibonacci setup here, paying extremely well right now. Okay. So the last attempt here for the bears, if I come off of the all-time highs and bring it down to the lows here, right around this 0.9 level, there's another Fibonacci called the 0.886. The bears need to turn this around really quickly here, or we're going to see all-time highs. I think within the next month or so, we'll see all-time highs. They need to turn. This is their area. This is the value area to short, because we have this previous resistance right over here. All of this was resistance. It's going to come right over here. And this is a very low risk, high reward potential for the shorts. So for example, you come in here for the bears, you're shorting on, let's say, the 786, or you're going to short on that 90% mark or somewhere in the middle, right? Let's say you're shorting right there. You have a small risk. This is your risk factor, and your reward, if we do get back down to new lows, could be extremely, extremely high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be drilling down to the lower time frames to look for these shorting opportunities. So I'll give you an example. I actually did a day trade the other day on this. So here's an example. So this is the 618 short that I just showed you. So what I ended up doing on Friday is I took a short on this candle right here. Once I seen the 618 reject, I took a short on this candle. I wrote it down for a little bit of a scalp, and then it didn't become a huge winner, but you guys can scalp these Fibonacci levels all day long. Okay, you don't have to always hold for multiple days. Like right now, I'm looking here. Here's a 786 rejection. All right. There's no reversal setup yet. Okay, there's potentially one brewing right here. It's a double inside bar. Okay, we can come in here and take a short potentially on this candle, but overnight you always have to be careful, because sometimes overnight candles are just chop. Okay, so there's that, but I like to hit it during regular trading hours, get one of these little setups here, take it down like that. We also had some beautiful setups here. I'm going to mention. Let's go quickly here on SPY 3-minute chart. So I've been playing around with the day trades, and I just want to show you guys, like, look at these opportunities here. So this is the 312. This is 312 on Friday. We come off of the Fibonacci low. This is the low to high right here. There's your 618 into the close. You guys know what you can do here, getting 0 DTE, catching it like this with the last 30 minutes of the day. You know how much you can make on that? It's crazy. There's so much opportunities. So we come off of low to high, pullback, new high, boom. That's the dragon right there. So what I'm trying to show you guys is there's just so much opportunity. Okay, there's so much volatility. There's, whether you're day trading or swing trading, whatever you're doing, guys, there's a lot of opportunity in the market right now. All right. And I can't get every single trade, but I try my best to give you guys. Okay. So next week, we're looking at SPY, we're looking at Microsoft, we're looking at Amazon, we're looking at Google, Tesla, Nvidia. I'm staying away from AMD, like I said. And we also have some big names, Netflix. I mean, I've been trying to catch this ride, and I had this setup drawn right here, and I missed the train. But we had this low to high right here, bang, right on that 618, 786. That was the setup. I seen this, and I didn't pull the trigger. So, it is what it is. I'm not perfect, but this one I do regret, because this would have been a massive winner. Okay. And so I'll have some more plays for you guys during the week. One thing I want to mention is make sure you guys are subscribed. So my stock picks right now, I have a new look. So I shared the Tesla play with on YouTube. So just subscribe. You guys are going to be eligible to get these plays. This is a new look right here. Hit me with a 5 if you like this new look, where these are free option picks that I post every single day. Okay. If you're an Army member, so if you're paying $4.99, Army members, they also get the stop loss and the target. Okay. So use these. These are great. This is what I use, for looking for those double inside bars, inside bar consolidation, and those low risk, high reward opportunities. You guys can subscribe. It's only $4.99 a month. You get these every single day. Just hit the join button below. And it also comes with some exclusive seminars that I do for members only. Okay. All right. So that's it. Thank you so much for your time. Like I said, I'm doing 5 giveaways, 3 for Tradingview, 2 for Trendspider. What you got to do, like the video, leave a comment when I end the broadcast right now. You leave a comment below. And I just want to mention right now, anybody that's watching, if you like what I do, if it makes sense to you, it resonates with you, if you want to join the Fibonacci Society, in my Discord, we have almost 1,000 traders. We all look for Fibonacci. That's all we care about, because we like hunting deals. That's our style of trading. If you want to come out and you want to be a part of the Discord, it's $100 for life for the next 48 hours. If you go to my website, tradingwars.com, click on stock options trading. This is just for stocks. I'm only doing the deal for stocks right now. Okay. So it normally will come with 1 month for free. I'm going to automatically upgrade you guys to lifetime purchase in the next 24 hours. Okay. Or did I say 48? Let's do 48. All right. And that's it. Otherwise, guys, check me out, tradingwars.com/resources. You can download all 5 of my day trading university courses for free. Full lessons with video guides. You don't even need to put your email in. All the educational videos are here. The broker videos are there. I have my Fibonacci checklist. You can download my journal. You can download all for free. My indicators are here for free. Everything is there. The only thing I charge, like I said, $100 for the Discord if you want to watch me trade live. The Tesla play I called out live on stream. If you want that, you don't have to by all means, but what you can do is hit the subscribe and like button. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day. God bless you guys. I'll see you tomorrow at the open. Take care.